Hey everybody, and welcome back to The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask! Last time, we came up north to the Snowhead Mountains and discovered that the winter up here is actually abnormally harsh. And we tried to start looking for the source of it, and we heard that there's some kind of blizzard coming up from the top of the mountain. So this time, we're probably gonna check that out after we search for the Goron Elder who's gone missing. I apologize if this time ends up being a little bit long. I don't want these videos to go much over 70 minutes. 70 minutes is usually the maximum time I want to hit, but I might not be able to do that this time just because with the amount of stuff I have left to do in terms of normal quest things, we might actually be getting to the dungeon very quick, and if that's the case, I would like to take care of the dungeon ASAP, preferably in one video, just because I want to do things that way. So if this video is an hour and 20 minutes, now you know why. Alright, we're gonna start heading back this way. I guess I can show that with Goron form, you can roll up these sharp slopes. Finally, we can traverse them. Now we can roll back up that slide in Clock Town, because that's important, you know? Hello, sign. Goron racetrack ahead, closed for the winter. Aw, that's a shame. If only we could make it become spring. A fun little detail I want to show real quick. If I stand next to the sign and take off the mask, it shrinks along with you. The signs will adjust themselves to the height of the form you are playing as, so that it doesn't look too unnatural to be reading such a short sign. It's a very subtle little thing, but it is there. Here's a big boulder blocking the way, so even if they were open, we probably couldn't access them anyway. So as you've been seeing, as Goron Link, our punches are super powerful. They are about as powerful as a bomb, and they are also as powerful as the Megaton Hammer from Ocarina of Time. This means that we can punch open all of these giant snowballs that we want to, get a tiny magic jar from inside, a rupee. It sure is convenient that all of the destructible things around the entire world almost always have items inside. Not every hero is awarded such a glorious fate. Like, you know, none of the Dark Souls characters are, but Link but Link sometimes also gets White Wolfos inside of them, so, you know, it's not all sunshine and rainbows for our hero of time here. It really isn't. Again, more on that later. Are you about to go back? Fine, squeeze yourself back into the ice. See if oh, okay, you want a rematch? Yeah, I want a rematch too. Oh my god. I just freaking whooped him. See, this punch is extremely weak in range, but in terms of strength, it is great. Hello? Hey, isn't Snowball bigger than the others? It is. Wonder what's up with that. Ah. I think we found the Goron Elder. Whoa, he's frozen solid. Wow, he's one ancient Goron, isn't he? Why did he decide to take a walk in the cold knowing his age and his new limitations? I don't know, but, you know, maybe if I were in his head, I'd be thinking a little differently. Okay, I currently don't have my sword as highly linked, so I will have to settle for the Goron Punch, weak as it, or short range as it may be, and very slow as it may be. It is basically my only proper attack right now, because the blacksmiths have our sword in there, and they will have it forever until morning. They will have it forever until morning. Yep, that's exactly what I meant to say there. Perfectly said, me. You're back. Please, fuck off. No, you are not following me down here. Thank you. May as well show this real quick. If we pull out the instrument, our ocarina, it is now a set of drums. Why does it sound like I'm starting to play Megalovania? Anyway. Let's break him out of the snow again because the snow piled around him again in the 2 seconds we were down in that hole for some reason. Subtle change, in the 3DS version, on the first day, he is not inside a giant snowball, so he's actually a little bit easier to find. On subsequent days, he is inside a snowball, showing that he gets covered in it over time. That's a cool detail. I like that they added that.
What was I doing? Oh, it's already this late. We must hurry.
Hurry where? Surely not to Snowhead. I mean, I haven't been up there, but it doesn't seem easy to reach.
Huh? Oh, you're Darmani. But you're supposed to be dead. Am I hallucinating? Maybe this is also the doing of Snowhead's magic power. I've been made a fool of. But that's impossible. I refuse to flinch. If I can see past the illusion, you'll vanish in an instant. What? My son is crying because he misses me?
You must have entered the Goron Shrine and talked to the baby Goron who's crying in there in order to get this scene.
Why do you know that? My son misses me. Oh, forgive me, my child. Your father has work to do. Darmani, be you a ghost or a figment of my imagination, I no longer care. If you feel pity for my crying son, then please, quietly sing my son to sleep with the song I am about to play on my drum. It is the very same melody that was often played for you when you were young. How does this song go? Let me play it once more. Oh, yes, like this. It's no good, I can remember only the beginning. I'll just teach you the beginning.
I'm not exactly sure how soothing this would be, but it's better than nothing. I messed it up. That's what happens if you mess up a note. You learned the lullaby intro, the soothing melody of a thoughtful father.
It's not that I forgot it. It's just so cold that I can't play very well. At any rate, I'm counting on you.
We'll see about that fact later. Alright, we unfortunately have to leave him out here. I mean, picking up and escorting an old guy back to his house is not something on my agenda, so yeah, I'll be on my way. Back to Goron Village, you now no longer need the gatekeeper's help to enter the Goron Shrine. You do a Goron pound yourself, and there you are. Let's go back in. Obviously, he's still crying. Now let's see what everyone has to say about our new appearance.
Darmani? You're alive? The Goron Elder said you had died. Was that a lie? Whatever the case may be, welcome back. So, does that incessant crying sound familiar to you? The Goron Elder's son won't stop crying.
I'll be right over there just in a little bit. I need to hear dialogue.
Why, you're Darmani, you're supposed to be dead! Is that cry gauging me? Is that cry gauging me that it has my eyes playing tricks on me? If this keeps up, I'll really go crazy.
Yeah, baby crying causes you to, like, imagine ghosts of the deceased. Exactly.
The store's having trouble getting product because of the cold. Things are kind of expensive now, so you shouldn't shop here.
Thanks for the advice. I'll check them out anyway, though, because the shop is interesting. Alright, let's waste no further time. Roll up the pathway like the Goron we've become. Oh my god, this is so fun. I love this. I love this form. Camera's a little weird, but what can we do? Hey, you there. Shut up! Darmy. I do love that he calls us Darmy. Where's my daddy? It's okay. Just listen to this song right here. Do 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 do. This is calming, right? This will calm you down.
That song. That's the song Daddy always plays for me before I go to sleep. I'll sing the next part.
So the Elder forgot 2 notes. That cold really is getting to him.
It's just like Daddy's right beside me.
The lullaby intro became the Goron Lullaby. This lullaby blankets listeners in calm while making eyelids grow heavy. I like how the other two fall asleep as well. Alright, with peace restored to the land of the Goron Shrine, we can now talk to everyone properly and also take a look around the place. We'll be back for these guys. I'll let them have their rest. They deserve it after listening to that for so long.
This is nice. The elder son has finally stopped crying. Now we can sleep too.
Indeed, except you're still shivering because it's barely not warm enough in here. I'm trying my best to warm the place up for you guys. I had to come back to life to do it.
What? The crying stopped, but there's still something wrong with my eyes. He's supposed to be dead, yet I see Darmani standing right before my own eyes. It is you. You can have the food I hid in the chandelier up there, so please, just die in peace. What was that, like one of Darmani's meals you hid up there? What? It's Darmani. You were always good at calming the elder son. I was about to say claiming the elder son. I don't know what that means. Now, the next thing we have to do is something about the torchlights in this room.
2 hints from 2 guys that perhaps go together, and we're getting Deku sticks from them and magic? Interesting.
Stores have you say the exact same thing.
I'll shop anyway, though. I'm the hero. They'll surely give me a discount, right? The Goron shop. This is a very strange little room. I don't know where this is supposed to be. I guess inside the ground, but the walls look wooden. There's crystals growing out of them. There's a nice little river. I kind of wish you got to explore this place. It would be pretty cool. You got a bunch of rocks over there. Rocks you like to eat, probably.
Huh? Welcome. I can't get product stocked in this cold. It's a real problem.
Yeah, businesses really are failing. My description was not wrong last time. And did I choose to write that in the description last time? Yeah, 80 rupees for a red potion. I think I'm good. And we don't need anything else here. The shops in these, like, Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask are so useless, man. You know, okay. Seeing those rocks over there and reminding me of who exactly the Gorons are makes me wonder. In Ocarina of Time and many other Zelda games, the Gorons are rock people, obviously, and they are still rock people here. But in those games, they live in very hot climates. They live right next to a volcano where it's super hot. And that's presumably because they can actually survive in those conditions because they're rocks, and rocks don't give a shit about heatness. Hotness, I was about to say, and I decided heatness sounded better. Neither sounded particularly good, but you know. That makes me wonder, are they really supposed to be susceptible to the cold if they're rock people? I saved you by calming the Elder Sun. Alright, this also lit the torches for us, calming down the Elder Sun, which is very interesting. But anyway, we can use these to light up the rest of the torches. I think you know how this all works right now. But anyway, yeah. Do rocks care about winter? Because if they don't, then theoretically, Gorons shouldn't be cold. So this shouldn't be a problem to them. Whatever, though. I'm okay with it. It's, you know, it's a community of people who are having a horrible winter occurring, causing them to literally freeze to death if they stand outside for 2 seconds. Even if it doesn't make sense that it would affect them, I like that plot point no matter what. All right, let's go. Light you, and I think there's one more right in front of the stage. Light all of that up, and you cause the chandelier to spin. This is probably a callback to Ocarina of Time, like many things are in this game, since, you know, this game is just Ocarina of Time again in terms of assets and, you know. Okay, I don't really know where I was going with that. I guess, like, you know, it's basically Ocarina of Time again in terms of graphics. There we go. That's what I meant. Now, what you want to do, there's a piece of food apparently hidden in the chandelier. You want to roll along this ground here. That floor has a lot of friction, and then you can use that to break the pieces of the chandelier one by one. I don't know if it's acceptable for us, even as the hero of Gorons, to do this, but it's what you have to do, so let's just do it. Or, well, it's not what you have to do. This is optional, but it is needed for something I'm about to do before we continue. Okay, the food is in a random one of those little cups to break, and you just have to find the right one. There's no indication which one is the right one. You just have to keep breaking them until it gives it to you. Okay, good. Second to last. I'll take that. I think that's better odds than I had in my practice playthrough. We shall pick this up. This is a delectable meal among the Gorons known as a rock sirloin. I don't think anyone ever talks about it, so yeah, I thought I might as well mention it. You say anything now that I found your food? You want it? You want your food?
Hey, you can have the food I hid up in the chandelier.
Okay, fine. I shall take it to someone who needs it the most. And surprisingly, no, I'm not talking about the Goron Elder, even though he probably deserves it. You know, he's the Elder and all. There's someone else I'm thinking of. Before I get to that, though, let's check out whatever this is. It's blocked by ice, so we can't get inside until things get warmer. Goron Powder Keg Shop. New customers will be tested on proper usage. Okay, I'll keep that in mind for later. From here, you just need to carry this all the way back to the mountain village. I don't see any reason to show the travel back since it's not really that exciting, nor threatening, nor challenging, so see you in a bit. Grubhub delivery!
That's it! It's so good that I dream about it! Dodongo Cavern's finest quality rock sirloin! This is my absolute favorite. Blessed be this meal! Oh, my energy has returned to me! I'm coming down now, wait one moment. Oh, I wondered who it might be. Why, if it isn't Darmani, you are alive? Yes, I see. That is the reason why you knew my favorite food. Oh, I almost forgot. Please accept this as a token of gratitude.
He gives us his hat, or mask. It's really a hat, but mask is fine enough, I guess. Don Garo's mask? The pronunciations on this are a little iffy. I've heard Don Gero. I've personally been calling it Don Garo, and I might continue calling it Don Garo. Anyway, conductor of the Frog Choir. Sure.
It was crafted so well that no one would even think twice if you were to direct the Frog Choir.
Oh, I can't wait.
I hope that spring will come soon so that I can hear the frog's enthusiastic performance. Wait, that's a real thing. Hope as I might, it's still cold. I'm going back to Goron Village.
So in his dialogue there, he mentioned Dodongo Cavern. That's an area in Ocarina of Time, and it's actually called Dodongo's Cavern, but close enough. It is not in this game. At least, not that I know of. There might be like one of those small little areas of the world might be actually named Dodongo's Cavern, and I might be forgetting that, but I don't believe that that is present in this game. That was a dungeon from Ocarina of Time. Anyway, with the Goron Lullaby learned, the food given to that guy, there is nothing else to do here but to be on our way up to Snowhead. So let's go. And you're about to see just why I didn't come here any earlier. Yep, that's a ramp. You cannot travel up to Snowhead without Goron Link, so that's why I waited. Warning, closed to the general public and those who cannot perform the Goron jump. You must master this one specific trick in order to pass here, I guess. That was an ice keys. If it would hit us, it would actually freeze us in an ice block. And since I've never been officially over it, you can break out of ice blocks by mashing the buttons, and if you do that, you won't take as much damage. It's very good to know. So nope. Okay, we want to stand as far back as possible so we can get, okay, yes, perfect. You want to get as much friction as you can to leap over. Oh my god, I think we can destroy snowballs in this form though. Oh, okay. These controls are really slippery in the N64 version. You definitely want to play around with them a little bit before making such devious stunts like that. There we go. There's another ice piece out in the distance and some platform that, spoiler alert, we can't reach right now. Good thing that only did a quarter of a heart. This way to Snowhead Temple. Please contact the Goron Elder if you have any information on the whereabouts of the temple guard. Okay. I'll be sure to report back to his frozen self over in the frickin' wherever that is, the connecting path. Just a lone tree marking our progress on the way up. This here is Snowhead. It's not a particularly impressive area, and in fact, it's basically just a passageway directly to the temple, which I have decided we will be doing this episode. So, this episode's long, yep. That's why. I've already said this before. Snowhead Temple, high winds ahead. Gusts and snow flurries may blow careless travelers off the cliff. Yeah, if you get blown off, it's your fault. We hold no responsibility. Sadly, I cannot activate this. Ye who hold the sacred sword leave proof of our encounter. I don't have the sacred sword on me, and no, a sacred punch won't work. Even if it's from the blood of a Goron hero, it does not accept it. So yeah, I cannot light this owl statue. Fortunately, I shouldn't need to. The only reason I would is in order to fast travel out of here quickly, and I think we'll be fine without that. What's that? There's something in the middle of a blizzard. Can't you see it? Yes, the temple? Is that what you're talking about? What does this have? It does have a fairy. Gimme! I only have one bottle, may as well put it to good use. Okay, now, let's take off our Goron mask. Don't worry about that, that's fine. Turn on the lens of truth, and you can see it is a massive Goron blocking the way to the temple. I just realized I did not need to go back in Hylian form to use the lens of truth. You can use it in any form. I'm a bit of an idiot. Anyway, now that we know that, let's cover our screen in static once more, and then maybe we have just the thing to calm him down.
Did we just kill that giant Goron? Was it me? I hope they buy it. Alright, let's run along this main path and fall. I expected that. That's what I deserve for committing murder. I deserve the same fate as him. Alright, yeah, this path is a little hard to roll on. Fortunately, you don't need to. I just want to do it because it's cool. I actually got it that time. Second try. I had the freaking worst time ever trying to get that right on my practice playthrough. And now I just perfected like that. I don't get myself sometimes. Why can't I be this good at games all the time, you know? Punch you down. Oh god, we got a new enemy. This is a white bow. They differ in no ways than black bows other than their color. They're supposed to like blend in with the snow just like the black bows try to blend in with dark areas. It's pretty cool. I like that. It's showing that these creatures are adapting. Right over here, there's this entrance in the side of this temple here. This is yet another fairy fountain containing green stray fairies. Or, on the 3DS version, purple stray fairies. Pink stray fairies, actually. They're not purple. This goes to show we've got another dungeon ahead of us, and we must collect yet more stray fairies in order to unlock whatever that great fairy has for us. Or, I mean, rescue the great fairy, you know, not just unlock the reward. It's usually best to look at things as, like, you know, with intrinsic value, and the value of, you know, being a good person and helping people, more so than what reward do they give me? Oh my god, okay, yep. You know, guys, I'm trying to... I don't have a sword, that's right! Stick! Can you actually... I don't think you can spin attack with a stick. Darn it. Alright, honestly, the Deku Mask might not be a bad choice in terms of, like, weapons, especially against these guys. Yeah, there we go. We're gonna have to deal with such weaker attacks in the meantime without our sword. It's gonna be a rough time in this temple, but I'm willing to take it. Oh yeah, I haven't shown that off yet. You can switch right between the forms as long as you have both masks equipped. The weird thing is, though... Oh, God. Fuckers. You know what? No, this is better. There we go. You want to pound. Costs no magic at all, so you may as well do it as much as you want. Okay, no. You can switch between forms freely as long as you have both masks equipped. For whatever reason, I don't believe you can, like... I can't remember exactly what it is. Oh yeah, you can't switch a mask into the slot that you have your current mask equipped. You have to go take the mask off first. And that goes for transformation masks as well. And it's super annoying. The 3DS version remedies... Can I get to the fucking door once in my life? Anyway, the 3DS version changes that. And it's really nice and convenient and all that awesomeness. And let's... Oh my god. Die. I know I can just go up this slope the normal way, but... It's cooler to do it like this.
Except it's not cool when you keep failing it repeatedly and are running out of... Are you serious? That one little thing knocks me out of my roll. I had spikes and everything. I have learned some things today. In particular, I cannot be cool. Let's just walk up the slope. No need for any fancy tricks. If I want to actually get a move on in time, I will need to resort to not being cool for once in my life. I'm acting like I'm like the talk of the town or something. I'm not. I'm probably one of the most worthless people on this planet, but anyway. I'm going to become the fucking Joker. There we go! I made it inside! Fuck's sake! Alright! Welcome to the dungeon! Oh my god, the worst part about this temple is getting in, thankfully. The rest is much better. We start off with a bunch of white bows. I think you know how I'm gonna take care of them. Let me. Oh my god. Get fucked! Thankfully, that's the only set of white bows in this entire dungeon. Punch away these icicles. This is kind of big. It's gonna take more than average strength to move this thing. Don't worry, I got more than average strength. Ooh, I like those icy bricks. They look really cool. You got a white wolfos in the beginning room here. I guess this isn't the beginning room. This is the second room. There we go. Locked door to the left. These are hazardous icicles. If you wander under them, they will drop, and they will hurt you if you are underneath them. So, try to move out of the way if you hear anything like that. Door covered in ice. Door locked up. I wonder which way I'm supposed to go first. Can you please break open the thank you? I could probably just pick those up. It'd be easier. Alrighty. What? Tattle, hello? At slippery places like this, you can curl up as a Goron and roll your way across. Why don't you try it? Wow, thanks! I didn't know I could curl up as a Goron and roll my way across something. What the fuck are you, Fi? What are you trying to play at here, Tattle? Uh-oh. Never mind. It's not my bow that's taken away, it's my sword. Alright, wanna curl up as we fall? I believe Gorons are actually resistant to lava, as I've just been over a little bit earlier this episode. They're rocks, so they don't give a shit about it. I don't know what magma is doing in here anyway. If I just called it lava 5 seconds ago and then magma again, I'm very sorry. I'm very inconsistent about that. But yeah, I don't know what it's doing here and why it isn't melting all the snow within this place, but hey, what do I know about physics? I've only ever taken it like twice in high school, and I think I failed the first time. Or no, that was middle school I'm thinking of. I tend not to remember a lot about the classes I take. That might be a bit of a problem going forwards, but that's for future me to worry about. So what I want to do is I gotta switch on this other mask. Hiya? Nope. Hi. Seriously? Seriously? Wait, what? Excuse me, that is hitting the stray fairy. Is there like an invisible wall in the way? Alright, you need me to go down there and get closer? I might take fall damage. Oh, I'm so sorry, Link. I hate taking fall damages highly, and like you can feel the pain in his voice. Anyway, are you you're fucking with me, right? You're fucking with me, right? There is no way! What? Is there actually an invisible wall there? What? Wow, this game's a lot jankier than I remember it, huh? I think this is fixed in the 3DS version, and that's why I don't really remember this. No. There isn't one on this side, too. Oh my god, what the fuck? That was a way more annoying stray fairy to get than it had any right of being. Anyway, I think I saw in the corner of my eye. There's another one underneath this platform, so we may as well get both. First one, soon to be second one. All right, let's take some positive energy into the rest of this dungeon. How about that? I think overall, my least favorite thing about, in particular, the N64 version of Majora's Mask is probably the controls. And I know some of that is just that I'm not playing it on the N64, but even still, I feel like the bad performance might make it worse anyway. The 3DS version definitely made so many tiny quality of life changes that makes the game a lot less frustrating to play. Because, you know, this game can honestly be kind of frustrating in spots. I hope I don't rage too much. I hope that the rage I had just a second ago is the most rage I have with this game, because I love this game. I do not want to make it out as if I hate it, but, you know, sometimes, you know, I can't control it. Sometimes I get angry at games. That's the truth of it. I think in particular, the thing I get most angry about with games is, like, losing control over something. When the controls don't work the way you want them to, there is nothing more infuriating. That's probably why I don't like Dark Souls 1 that much. Got a real bomb 2 in here. Let's kill you. Pow. Now we can break these open. We can break them open quicker as Goron Link, and I am on a race for time, so I think I'd rather do that. I am aiming to complete this dungeon by nighttime of the second day, hopefully midnight of the second day, and I think I will have enough time to do that. Now, let's open our first chest. Dungeon map! Like I said in Woodfall Temple, there is a way to know what each chest is going to contain before you open it just by looking at the chest and where you obtain it. So, I'll let you try and guess what it is, and then I'll tell you at the end of this dungeon. Alright, back out here. Oh yeah, Goron Link cannot jump at all, whereas, you know, Deku Link has a tiny, pathetic jump, but Goron Link cannot jump whatsoever, so you need to switch to Hylian Link to jump over that. I wasn't just doing that for fun. You can control Link in that little bit, oh my god! I didn't know that. Welcome to the central room of Snowhead. This place is huge. Or more accurately, tall. I guess, yeah, it's not really that huge. It's a lot more confusing and a lot more complicated than Woodfall Temple. This is quite a big step up in difficulty, but that's fine with me. Yeah, let's go down first. I think it's best for us to take care of stuff down there first. Perhaps I should transform back into Goron Link, but it's fine, I'll be fine. I have the bow, if nothing else. Okay, down here we have patches of grass that I can attack. Ah, okay. There we go. You actually aren't able to cut grass by rolling into it and not creating enough time because it doesn't make much sense for you to be able to do so, but you can in Majora's Mask. Hi there! New enemy! Red Bubble. Oh, actually, I thought the blue bubbles were the only kinds. I forgot about these guys. They bounce out of the lava all across the ground. They usually just go back into the lava on their own. So, yeah, they're not really that hard. They might hit you as you pass by, but don't worry about it. There's a lot of enemies in Majora's Mask that appear in only one location and never again, and those guys are one of them. Hi there, I see a large switch in the middle of the lava here. Looks like I need some heavier weights. That spawns in a chest in the middle of lava. That can't be good for it. Let's go get the contents of the chest before it all withers away. Hello? Okay, it's a stray fairy. I forgot that there was no cutscene for obtaining those. Okay, what else do we have down here? We have a door. Let's check out what's inside. Okay, nothing. There's a Deku flower that's frozen in ice. Can't do anything about that yet, so let's punch some pots instead, because I feel like it. You can grab these as, yes, you can. Okay. Yeah, we can refill on arrows, even though I was already full of them. Seems like there's nothing else we could do here. There might be a stray fairy in some corner, but we'll probably have a reason to backtrack. Man, look at all those doors on the map right there. All of those white squares are each a door. Okay, we got a yellow door, and then, yeah, we may as well start with this first, since all the other doors are frozen over. Aha, okay. Got a torch up there, two ledges that are unreachable in either form, since Goron Link is very heavy, he can't really jump very well. Then we have this, a block pillar. You do not need to be Goron Link to pull this, but, you know, I'm lazy and I don't want to switch back and forth all the time. What's inside this room? Aha, it is a chest containing Smolky! How did I know that? You'll just have to get. Alright, I shouldn't be so condescending like that. Oh, you just have to guess how I knew that. How could I possibly have known that, guys? Yeah, that'd sound kind of annoying. Alright, it sounded like Kyoko from Danganronpa. Anyway, push this over to the other side of the room, very slowly but certainly. We are 40 minutes into this recording. I have a feeling I'm gonna be able to finish this dungeon. I've done it relatively recently. I've finished this dungeon in time to not have this video overstay its welcome. I finished this dungeon relatively recently to be able to do that, or I played this dungeon. There we freaking go. I like how I'm sinking into the snow there. That spawns a chest, but we have no way of getting up there. So I guess this is for another time? Don't worry, the puzzle won't reset itself once you've completed it after leaving the room. That's only if you haven't completed it yet. Now, use what we learned in Woodfall Temple to know that if you shoot an arrow through fire, it melts stuff. Or, well, you know, it carries the fire along with it, which can be used to melt the ice off the door. We didn't actually melt anything in Woodfall Temple. Should probably clarify that. Are you kidding? Dude, there is no way you blocked that. Your behind was right there in front of my eyes. I'm sorry, I call shenanigans on that. Anyway, Got a small key for this door. Okay, we got 2 wolfos. I'll take them out with both because I feel like it. Attack, attack. Pow. Do you drop money? Okay, you do actually drop money. Oh, you dropped one inside the ice crystal. Thanks. Thanks for nothing, dipshit. We got another chest in here. Bet you can't guess what's inside it. The compass. Isn't that a word in Spanish? Like, you know, your friend, your compadre? I don't know. I should probably stop there. Dawn of the second day. Okay, I better have this dungeon done before nighttime. Hopefully that will happen. Our sword is technically ready. I could go and get it, but it'd be a little bit of a distraction from the dungeon, and I'd rather stay inside here. That's just my opinion, though. Magic jar, arrows, thingy. Switch frozen in ice and a block frozen in ice. Can't do anything else with it from here. You can tell by the patterns in the ground, though, that we will be, dealing with some more block pushing in here. Okay, let's get out our bombs. Because not only do we need to blow up this entrance, but there's also that crate up there. Can I get it to with 1 bomb? Oh, almost. I was hoping I could blow up both of them with 1 bomb. I should have thrown it later, though. Okay, there we go. That's a little trick you have to do in order to break open that box and get this stray fairy. And you will need the Great Fairy's Mask as well. Oh my god, I remember when my sister was playing this game for the first time and going through this temple, I think she was really stressing over that stray fairy in particular, because she didn't have bombs yet, she also didn't have the Great Fairy's Mask yet, and so the stray fairies was essentially impossible to get. Hi, okay, there's icicles at the top of this room. Anyway, I do feel for her on that. This game does definitely expect you to have a lot of stuff that it doesn't show you the way to necessarily, which I kind of like, because it means you have to explore the world on your own, but, you know. Some of that exploration is revisiting areas you've already been to, and you might not expect you need to do that. There we go. Certainly takes a long time to break all of them. We got a bunch of 20 rupees. Oh, I could have just said red rupee. That would have been much easier for me to say. I don't know why I went with 20 rupees. Yep, exactly. Okay, I do actually want 200 rupees for something, and it isn't magic beans. I think whenever I have a surplus of rupees later and I can't think of anything else to spend them on, I should just go buy magic beans. All right, here we go. Gotta punch this open and get ourselves a small key. There we go. Open a locked door. You can only use it in this dungeon. Pull the mask off. Let's go get this red rupee, and then before we leave, I saw something a little suspicious looking back this way. See this? See the snow on the wall? See how it just abruptly cuts off there? That doesn't seem very normal to me. How about we take a look? Yep, secret hidden passageway. There we go, I finally said it correctly, and then I finally pressed the right buttons. You definitely want to look out for subtle visual, there we go, enunciating it better. You want to look out for subtle visual cues like that, because they might be indicating a hallway, a wall that is invisible or not invisible, a wall that is very much visible, but not real. An illusory wall, if you will. Another stray fairy. This is our 6th one. We're already almost there, I guess. Well, then we have like 11 left to go, so we're not really almost there, but you know. Oh, this room. This one's a real head scratcher. I was stuck on this for a long time. 1 second. Remove card. 1 moment. Boneless chicken. That took way too long to come out. Alright, let me just keep pounding until everyone's dead. There we go. Everyone is dead due to the lack of music. And I don't believe they respawn either, so we have unlimited time to figure this out. But wait, before you continue, yep, it's pretty mean, honestly. That is a devious hiding spot. And trust me, this upgrade that the Great Fairy will have for us is extremely worth getting. Like, you really want this. So the fact that they hid them so well is kind of weird. I didn't hear the do-do-do-do-do-do, but I guess it doesn't matter. Man, I sounded tone deaf for a second there. Okay, 7th one. I think now we're about halfway through. Oh, you think you can push down something this big just by standing on top of it? You're gonna have to find some way to pound it down. Well, fortunately, I know of some way to pound it down. Let's pound! Like Professor Roy Pounder from the MMR skit. I don't know. Alright, take you off. Now, we have made this platform accessible, but we've also blocked the doors. So we need to find some way to reopen the door. And we pound this switch down. We lift that. but only temporarily. It's a way for us to climb down from down there as Hylian or as any form. Then, what I didn't know and what really got me stuck on this puzzle, I didn't know you could pound this back down to reset everything and open the door. Now, while this is up, climb up, jump up. Don't know if you need to be in Hylian-like form, just since he's more agile, I thought I would do that, and there you go. That's how you get through that room. Now, we are on the second level of this room, and we need to roll across as Goron Link, so back on we go. Back on the mask goes, I mean. Curl, do not face the doors, you press A there, or you will go back into the room, and leap! Oh, not too far, too far. Alright, yes, as I said, you can mash the buttons to get out of there. I only took 2 damage that time. Probably was something like 2.5. You can take like half of a quarter of a heart of damage. 1/8 of a heart, I know, I'm just saying, you know. Half a quarter of a heart of damage, you know. Half a visual health point of damage. It is possible to take that amount. Okay, can't do that, so how about we go this way instead? Oh my god, I thought I was gonna fall all the way back down. It is possible to fall all the way back down, and if you do, you have to climb all the way back up, so try your best not to. Let me just... You can definitely tell, they designed these dungeons around you having to spend time getting through them. Like, you really have to get across this in one try, or else you have to waste a bunch of time getting back up here, thinking of the 3-day time mechanic. Okay. I actually don't need this room, and honestly, this guy's not really welcoming, so I think I'm gonna go the other way. Can't really do anything in there yet. That's what I was pointing at before. That's what I was hinting at just now. Roll across. And now, see what's inside here. You're a wizard, Harry. I don't know why this guy just makes me think of that quote. This is a Wizrobe. There's supposed to be 2 Z's in its name. Ignore that. It's fine. Fights very differently from Wizrobes in other Zelda games. He'll charge up a spell, and it attack the middle there with a huge AoE, and then, once you wait long enough for him to appear, he is vulnerable in this window, so go over and smack him! Okay, then he will teleport away, reappear somewhere else, as Wizrobes do in other Zelda games. He actually fights very similarly to one. It's just, you know, he's treated as a mini-boss this time. This time, he's not vulnerable. He's beginning a second phase. Now, he summons a copy of itself as each one. One of them is real. You have to figure out which one it is. It was the one right next to me. He makes a sound over the real one, and the real one is also the most, like, opaque. Okay, so it's best to just listen out. The clothes will also run around the room while he stays still on his platform. That's about it. Not a very difficult boss. That's because he isn't a boss. He's a mid-boss, you know, close enough. Now, what shall we get? You got the fire arrow! Set it to C to power up your arrows. Things will heat up when they hit. So yes, a secret item from Ocarina of Time is now a required item in Majora's Mask, the fire arrows. These are pretty cool. Obviously, as you can guess from the name, you shoot arrows covered in fire. It is worth noting, it costs magic to shoot. So you can see as I charge them up, yeah, my magic goes down a little bit there. In addition, they have a cooldown. For whatever reason, after you shoot one and hit something, you can't prepare another one to shoot for a little while. Even though you can shoot normal arrows as fast as you want to, basically, fire arrows need a cooldown. I suspect it's because the N64 couldn't handle having 2 fire or magic aura effects on screen at the same time. Alright, so obviously, we can use fire arrows to melt the ice in the doors. So you might think we should go to the left first. We should go to that doorway over there. And I'm gonna be on my way back there anyway, but I'm not gonna go here just yet. I guess I may as well unfreeze it. We've got other places to visit back at the beginning of the dungeon before we continue. Yeah, I'll freeze it for now, though. Unfreeze it for now. I won't be freezing it for now. There we go. So, as you could probably tell there, the formula has kind of set itself in now that we've seen it twice. If you have a mid-boss encounter with a big battle theme, and then you defeat them, and you get a chest afterwards, it almost always contains the dungeon's item. So there's one of your hints towards guessing what chests have inside of them based on the appearance of the chests and the situation you obtain them in. That was extremely long-winded, but that's just my thing this series, you know. So now we can use the fire arrows to shoot this. I don't think we actually need this yet. Yeah, this is actually for later because all it does is raise up the platform in the middle, which doesn't really help. But you know what does help? That chest up there. How do we reach that chest? Lens of Truth. shows the way, as always. Yeah, I really do like how they're pulling out the Lens of Truth puzzles here in the second dungeon of the game, rather than Ocarina of Time waiting until the very late game to do it. Well, guess who's shooting his way back up here? Ah, right, you cannot shoot fire arrows and the Lens of Truth at the same time. It is worth noting. It's because the fire arrows cost magic and the Lens of Truth consumes magic over time, and I guess the way that they have the magic meter set up would make it really awkward to have two different magic draining things active at the same time, so they don't let you do it. For fuck's sake. There we go, made it this time. Kick the chest. Stray Fairy, 8th one. Can I make that jump? I think I can. Hiya! Perfect. Actually, I do want to go this way. I think you are supposed to go. You are supposed to backtrack in the dungeon now that you have the fire arrows. So yeah, I don't think this is even just for optional stuff. I think this is what you have to do. So let's get you out. With the fire arrows, we can destroy these things much easier. I actually haven't shown their name. This is kind of a new enemy slash hazard. The Freezer. Get it? It's a hazard that freezes you. Oh yeah, I should probably mention something before I keep forgetting for the umpteenth time. In the 3DS version, Tattle no longer tells you off for not knowing about the enemies beforehand. Like in this case, she would say, it's a freezer. I do think that is a nice change, even if the whole, like, don't you know about this thing already adds to her character. It is a good idea to not admonish the player for not already knowing stuff if they choose to use the help feature. Like, if someone plays this before Ocarina of Time, they're not gonna know this stuff, so yeah, I don't really think that was such a great idea, so I'm actually glad the 3DS version took that out. Anyway, pick up these pots. I mean, I do kind of like it. It does add to Tattle's character and all the, like, what, you really don't know about this already? Didn't you play Ocarina of Time? But still, you know. It'll make the many children playing your game feel much better about themselves, and that's what you want, right, Nintendo? Let's unfreeze these doors. Oh, yeah, there's stuff we can do in the block room. I better remember to go do that, but I think I'll start with this room. We'll unfreeze both. I guess I should say thaw. That's much more... This is kind of a nicer word than unfreeze. Oh, goody. I only have enough magic to kill one of you. Pot? Want to give me more magic? Would the jar like to contain a jar? Not this time, nor that time. Okay, I see how it is. I see how it is. I just don't deserve nice things, huh? I just don't deserve to have anything. Do I? That's what you get. Oh, that actually harms you! I didn't expect that! Oh my god, I just learned you can kill enemies with pots in this game, and I am very pleased right now. I had no idea you could do that. Oh man, Majora's Mask is yet another one of those amazing games where you just keep learning new stuff about them every single playthrough. Games like this are the best, man. They're so replayable for exactly that reason. Okay, killing all the freezers spawns that chest. Also, I don't think I went over it, but we have a small key now from killing the other... Sure, if you wanted to careen off the edge like that, be my guest. I think it is actually possible to land safely if you, oh yeah, hold the control stick forwards while falling. You'll do a roll at the end and won't take any fall damage. Okay, so now we can use Deku Link to get back up here, which is the only use Deku Link is ever gonna get in Snowhead, I'm pretty sure. Get inside the Hello? Oh my god. Dude! Where's the hitbox on that thing? Okay. Okay, these torches burn themselves out over time, so we have to relight them again. Let me just, okay, hopefully I can shoot past. I can't, because you guys have the fattest fucking hitboxes in the world, because making it smaller and more accurate to the model would have taken more resources, I know that. It's just still. Or would have taken resources, I don't think. It just would have sacrificed performance. There we go. Get the Stray Fairy, because I knew it was going to be one. Now, let's see whatever this middle door has unlocked for us. Lift and slam. Later Zelda games do have an animation of Link actually lifting up those doors. In this one, though, he does it with his mind. This Link is the coolest. Seriously. Honestly, I may as well say this right now. The Hero of Time in Majora's Mask is probably my favorite protagonist in any video game ever, just because, like, He's so cool. He's like 12 years old and better than me at everything. And he can freaking save the world. Not only save one world, save 2 worlds from impending doom. It is amazing. Ow, God. He's an incredible little kid. All right, let's get up. Oh yeah, we raised the pillar in the center of the room. I drew no attention to it whatsoever because I don't know, I just feel kind of out of it today. I guess it's because I did a lot of calculus earlier today. No, seriously, I've been doing calculus like all morning. Oh my God. Today I learned the much easier way to find derivatives, and I am celebrating right now, because, like, you know, calculus was fine, honestly, aside from that. That was the worst thing about it, is finding those goddamn derivatives and how many goddamn times we had to do it. But anyway, now that I have the much easier method, I'm thinking, why haven't we been doing this the whole time? I know, it's because it's not always applicable to every situation, so they want us to show us the general situation before the specific ones, but you know, I'm just like, this is way easier, way less time consuming. Why haven't we been doing this the whole time? Kill both of you, and now we equip the fire arrows once more. Pick up your rupees, I guess, even though we don't need them. Ayo. And press that. We can also thaw that block. Doo-doo-doo-doo-ding. I do love the jingle in this game. It goes da-da-da-da-da-da-dum. Such a classic noise. Okay, we got a chest up there containing a stray fairy. May as well start to say what it is. Oh yeah, right. This block puzzle is actually interesting. It's like a slide puzzle. You have to, okay. Once you push the block, it stop climbing it, Link. Once you push the block, it keeps going until it hits a wall, and then you have to use that in order to get it over here. It's a very easy slide puzzle, and they never do this again in Majora's Mask, which is kind of a shame. I actually kind of would have liked to see a more advanced level of this, but it's okay. Okay, we're at 12 noon of the second day, or we're about to hit 12 noon of the second day. We haven't quite gotten there yet. 10th stray fairy, only 5 to go. We are getting very far through this dungeon. Yeah, okay, maybe this will be a reasonably long video after all. It's reasonably long because, you know, it's long, but it's not 2.5 hours long like some of my past videos have been. All right, I do not wish to give Link concussions. He's suffered enough. Push. Stop climbing. Do not climb on the playground. There we go. Trick is to stop moving as you go to grab, because it's moving and pressing A, that's the trigger to climb. So if you're not moving and you press A, you'll grab it. If you're moving and you press A, you'll climb on it. There we go. Now, if you have done this block puzzle earlier, it will now be prepared for you as a platform to get to the other side and meet a new enemy. This, does Tattle have anything to say? No. Those are just magic pots that fly at you and deal a quarter of a heart of damage if they hit. I call them the predecessor to warrior jars. Kick you open, get yet another stray fairy. 4 left to go. This dungeon has 15, all the same. Oh yeah, I haven't actually shown you the map of this place. And that's just because, you know, I haven't needed it yet, but this is what it looks like. So yeah, we have the huge center room there with all those rooms outside of it. The first floor is the largest floor by far. The rest are actually pretty simple. All right, the 4th floor is where we have to go next. However, getting our way up there is a little tricky. If I may show, if we take these stairs that we took before, this is gonna take us into the... Oh, right, it is. Never fear, now that we have fire arrows, we can skip this puzzle. Good design. However, it is still pointless to go the way I'm going right now, because when we step out here, we can see... Oh, actually, no, it isn't pointless. You actually do have to do this. Okay, never mind. So the pillar is blocking our way, so we can no longer launch to the other side. However, we can at least punch out the centerpieces. That feels awesome to do. Punch. The ramp is inside the pillar. That's interesting. We're lowering the pillar piece by piece. That is important for later. However, we do have another problem. That is, we can't seem to get up there anymore. I think I unfroze. Yeah, I unfroze the doorway across, yet I can't actually go there anymore. And that is why you want to go back this way. Don't recognize where I am yet? You will in a second. You want to find your way back to this area, because... Let's get you out of the way. There we go. climb on the middle platform and use the fire arrows to unfreeze the enemy, I guess, and the switch, because it will be frozen every time you re-enter the room. It'll activate, and this is how we can access the second floor now. All right, now I want to get those arrows before they despawn. Please let them be there still. Yep, there they are. All right, back up we go. Oh man, if this were the 3DS version, I'd have the bunny hood on all the time because I'd be able to dedicate a slot to it, but sadly, this is not the 3DS version. Or I guess fortunately, depending on who you are. I do like the N64 version of this game a lot, and I will agree that some of the changes the 3DS version made are not that good. Even a few minor ones that I would have probably disagreed with before, I now agree with. Okay, we have a small key, so at this point, you will be blocked by that door, or mostly blocked by that door. If you don't backtrack, go kill those freezers in one of the first rooms and get the small key from the chest. That spawns after you do so. Anyway, now that we're here, though, we may as well punch the air. Did you see that? The freaking punch? Yeah, it's levitating in the air. It's not supposed to, of course, but that's just how they had to do things. The resolution of the game is so small you couldn't notice it back in the day. Okay, now, what's in here again? Oh, yeah, okay. I think this is an optional room. Oh, hello, new enemies. These are Eno. I always think they're called emus for some reason, but no, they're Enos. They sit in the ground and throw snowballs at you. They come in a small and large variety. You can see the large variety is very large and throws suitably large snowballs at you. But once you punch him, he'll turn into 3 small ones that shoot tiny ones at you. No need to worry. For some reason, their snowballs hurt you, I guess because they put a sharp rock inside of it. Oh god. That's always something I was afraid of doing snowball fights, that, you know, a snowball that I make would accidentally have a sharp piece of ice inside of it and would seriously injure the other person. There we go. That should have honestly killed me right there on the spot if this game were realistic. Thank Christ it is not. Alright, beautiful camera angle that we will have as I go to equip the Lens of Truth. Yep, in a similar looking hole in the wall that, where the snow abruptly cuts off, you can find another stray fairy. Let me, equip the normal arrow so I don't use up any magic, switch back to Highly Link, and... oh yeah, we'll also need Great Fairy's Mask for this. I think you could get by without the Great Fairy's Mask in Woodfall Temple. I think all stray fairies were obtainable that way. Maybe I could be wrong about that, but in Snowhead Temple, many of them stop being obtainable without it, so you better make sure you have it by now. I recommend going to collect it as soon as possible, before entering any dungeon. Okay, now I immediately will need the fire arrows. It's just, you know, I didn't want to necessarily fry the stray fairy alive. I think you understand. Oh my god, the one frame of the Great Fairy's face we saw just then. Honestly, the Great Fairies do look a little unsettling in this game. Just, you know, yeah. They almost look like they're glaring at you or angry at you. Otherwise, though, they're cool looking. I like them. Up the stairs, we have a weird little room where you suddenly now have to fight 2 Dinolphos, or yeah, Dinolphos. That is how you're supposed to say it. I'm gonna fire arrow you guys. Never mind. You know what? We're just gonna use the bow on this. I have no sword, so no. Oh god, you guys dodge. Oh shit. Okay. Get you out in case I need you, but I could try Goron Link. Oh my god! They each drop a stray fairy. I did not think that was that powerful. Wow. Okay. We have only 1 stray fairy left to get. And I'm only just over an hour in recording, and I'll probably be cutting some stuff out too. We're getting through this place fast, man. Okay, Hup. Ow. Never mind, that did not hurt. Goron Link, once more. I think we've seen everything there is to see in those 2 rooms over there, so we should all punch our way through these snowballs. All these snowballs will replenish your health and your magic. But since we were at full health, the hearts were replaced with rupees. That's how that works. Up at the top, straight ahead, you can see, that's the boss door. There's a Deku Flower just outside of it, so I think if we roll across this Goron Link, take the ramp. Down below, you can't really roll across that because it doesn't have a ramp, so you'll just end up falling straight down, probably fall all the way back down to the bottom floors of the place. Not ideal, so yeah. Don't have the boss key yet. Your key doesn't fit this lock. I don't have a key in the first place, Tattle. I don't know what you're talking about. Alright, now, before we go that direction, which is the obvious next direction, there is something a little devilishly hidden in this room. You see, all the way down there, that's a piece of snow that cuts off abruptly. I think you know what to expect down there. And the easiest way to access this that I know of is using this Deku Flower to slowly but certainly float your way down there as Deku Link. So that's the route I'm gonna take. I might speed up through this, or I might just have a nice chat with you all. Hi, how's it going? How have you been enjoying the series so far? I really hope this has been fun. This is one of my favorite games of all time, and one of the games I've been wanting to do for so long, and the fact that I'm actually doing it now is honestly kind of insane, and the fact that there might actually be eyes on it too is also kind of insane. By the way, I can't believe that update video, that channel update video where I announced this playthrough and that this was gonna be my last one, it got like 2,000 views. I don't know why. I guess just the way that the title and the thumbnail were kind of vague. You didn't really know what the video was about before you clicked on it, so that probably attracted some people like, huh, what's this talking about? Oh, it's some YouTuber doing Let's Plays? Alright, goodbye. That's probably what most of the views on that video did. Then again, though, it got like 60 likes. I don't know. I wouldn't even call that video one of my best edited. Like, sure, I cut together clips of a bunch of games, but like, I've done much better than that in the past. I don't know what it is about that video that caused YouTube to pump it out there, but I do thank everyone for watching that video, and to those of you who watched that and were interested to watch this playthrough afterwards, because I have to imagine a lot of you were. In case anyone is watching this far right now and is hearing this question, I did the first episode of this playthrough as a premiere. Would you be interested in the finale of this series being a premiere as well? I'll ask this again later in a YouTube poll when we actually get that far, but yeah. I just felt like I would ask right now because there's not a whole lot else to talk about. The reason why I'm not going towards the wall right now is because, you know, the further you get away from a Deku Flower, you start to fall down. And there we go. This should be good enough. I can see the top of the wall right there. Perfect! Final Stray Fairy! There we go! You found all the Stray Fairies! Hopefully I'll actually remember to do that this time, once we get there. Right now, though, we still have a boss to take care of. Where do I need to go? I think it's this. Yes, it's this way. It's this way. Look at me, I'm flying backwards. that was really cute. Link just paused in front of those stairs just then, like, oh god, I have to climb stairs again. Those are so strenuous. Go straight ahead. Mother said straight ahead. Don't be astray or be misled. Don't fall astray or be misled, I think is the actual lyrics. That's my tip to you for riding across those ramps. Hold the control stick straight forwards, or else the game will veer you off to the left or right. I think the 3DS version changes how the Goron form controls, and it is so much more smooth, honestly. Once again, the controls are kind of a lot better in the 3DS version. Alright. New room, new foe. Or perhaps old foe. Yeah, we have to find another Wizrobe. I showed off their attack before. If you get caught in the AoE when if they successfully charge it up, you, what am I trying to say here? Oh yeah, you get frozen in ice. That's about it. Okay, I should wait, I should be patient. This guy now has more potential spots he can teleport to. That's the only difference between this one and the first one. Otherwise, it's a recycled boss. So yeah, it's kind of funny. Honestly, I should be shooting him with fire arrows. What am I doing? What am I doing? I could also be punching him with Goron Link, but decided not to. Okay, he's going into phase 2. When he doesn't have the light above his head, that's how you know. At least I think there's a light above his head. Okay. Now let me listen. Ah, you're right next to me. How's it going? Tattle will also fly to the correct one. That's yet another way you can tell them apart. Okay, that's you all the way over there. Perfect! That would have taken 3 arrows had I not used fire arrows. As you could imagine, fire arrows deal more damage to enemies. Alright, that's that. We got pots in the corner of the room in case you need to replenish. Because, yeah, you'll definitely need to replenish against that guy. Gotta be honest, these mid-bosses aren't really impressive. The bosses are, though. So, the boss of this temple will probably be very good. Very fun. Let me just get... I did not need you. I needed magic, but I did not receive magic. What a shame. Alright. Now, I shall reveal the secret of the chests to you. If the chest is one of the standard small chests with the lead lining or the dark lining that you see everywhere out in the overworld, it'll have a stray fairy inside of it. If it's a small chest with gold lining that does not have the suspenseful opening animation, it'll have a small key inside of it. If it's a large chest with gold lining that does have the suspenseful opening animation, and you didn't receive the chest from a mid-boss, it'll have either the dungeon map or the compass, and most often, the dungeon map comes first. If it's a large chest with gold lining that has a suspenseful opening animation that you did receive from a mid-boss, it'll contain the dungeon's main item. Finally, if it looks like this, it has the boss key. That's how you can tell. I really like that they added those subtle cues to the chests. I don't think Ocarina of Time had that. It was just like, large chest has good stuff, small chest has bad stuff, and that was basically it. But here, they changed the chest designs depending on what's inside of them, and I really like that. All right, I'll be on my way back up. We do have to fall back down there so we can climb back up again. I guess it's always darkest just before the dawn or something, in like how we have to, you know, we have to fall down to climb back up. My attempts to sound clever in these videos hasn't really gone well, has it? Oh, that's right. Because Goron Link is so heavy, he is a lot more sensitive to fall damage. That is another property about him. He does not need to fall nearly as far in order to incur fall damage. I like that. Such a nice little detail. You can tell, I think, like, you know, transforming into all the different forms in a modern Nintendo game would probably be seen as some, like, pointless gimmick, but I really think it was done well in this game. This isn't just a gimmick. It's a central mechanic that definitely changes how the game is played. I really like that. All right, let's waste no further time. Let's fight. Darn, someone got to it before we did. Still though, there's a spirit freed inside, if the last temple is anything to go by. We got pots here. These give arrows. And we have these large green pots that we can somehow pick up even though they're larger than us, that drop magic. And both of these pots respawn over time. Interesting. All right, buddy, let's tango. Link, you should have gotten out of the way. All right, transform into Goron Link and race after him. Masked mechanical monster, Goht, or Goht if you prefer. We've got to get after him. And if that's not the way you're supposed to pronounce it, then this boss is the Goht. I had 2 puns prepared for both pronunciations. Race after him, get your spikes out, and then hit him repeatedly. As you hit him, he will launch he'll launch an electric ball that flies backwards. Dodging it is kind of hard to do. I kind of just stick to one side of him and hope that it goes right past me. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It's fine. As long as you have enough hearts as I have, this boss shouldn't be that crazy difficult. All right. Bounced off the wall there, but it's fine. Get your legs, get your legs, get your legs. This is the only one of the main dungeon bosses that isn't changed that much from the 3DS version. It does have one pretty major change, and as you could probably guess, yes, it does have an eyeball weak point. That's the change. But I'll go over that in the 3DS section. Ow! Excuse me, sir. All right, there we go. There's our spikes again. I feel like the boss music fits the best for this guy. The boss music is really good overall. I kind of prefer the mini dungeon, the mini boss theme, I mean. Okay, he's dropping stuff from the ceiling. As you damage him, he will start sending more crap your direction. Like he'll start dropping stalactites from the ceiling. He'll even start throwing bombs out of his ass. I mean, where else are they coming from, right? He is a mechanical monster, so there's probably just some, you know, perfectly normal cannon in the back that's shooting those. We're about to hit the second night. We're exactly on time, honestly. Okay. Hit. Harder than that. No, dodge to the side. Unfortunately, I did get stunned, because it is hard to control the direction of Goron Link in this version. If he gets ahead of you, he'll sometimes do this attack. You can actually transform back to Hylian Link and shoot him with the bow when he's like that. That's actually the way speedrunners kill this boss. I'll try to show off that trick another time. If you can launch off of those ramps and hit him from above, you will stun him. You'll have him stunned on the floor temporarily, and it'll be much easier to hit. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to pull it off. He is sparking now, though, so we are damaging him. Hiya! 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 Oh my god, this boss can take surprisingly long time. Alright. Launch off the ramp. We're still not close enough. He got ahead. Get you. God, that thing's hitbox is huge. All right, I do have a fairy, so I'm not really worried about death. Oh my god, he is incredibly damaged. You see that? I get it, it's night of the second day. Now, okay, now he's throwing bombs. You want to watch out for that. You get too close to them, they will stun you out of the swarm. They will stun you out of the rolling form. Ooh. Stun! Get his ass! Oh, the camera is shaking. Oh, didn't kill him. I was hoping that would finish him off. That would have been great. Okay. Get the pot back. Get the charge back. These slopes are making a little... Oh my god, I'm so thankful that didn't hit me. Oh god, no! Oh, crap. Count of 3 hearts. I'm halfway dead. I'm halfway exhausted, as this game would call it. Because, you see, you're not dying. You're running out of life energy. It's different. Oh my god, okay. More magic. Want to keep refilling your magic, because you need magic to be in this form. Oh my god, he was at 1 hit. That has to be my favorite boss in the game. It has some annoying quirks to it, like with the Goron like rolling controls, but it's just so high energy, so fun to hit every single time you do. It feels great to dodge all of its moves. It's a very uniquely set up boss fight for a game of this style. I love it a lot. Overall, I think Snowhead Temple might be my favorite dungeon in the game. Not that it's all downhill from here or anything. I love the dungeons in this game, and I love the ones coming up, but, you know. I think just the combined package overall makes me love this dungeon. Entering it is the worst part, but once you're inside, it's all good times. I'll take another heart container, and now, with my 7 hearts, I'll show you a little subtle thing that I didn't go over back with Odawa. When you defeat a boss, the passage of time pauses, and it will not resume until you pick up the remains and exit the dungeon. This is such thoughtful game design. They're letting you sit and relax in your victory. I love that. That's just a little detail of this game that I've always appreciated. I'm gonna get my magic meter back up to full because I prefer it that way. There he is. Presumably, that was the monster causing the blizzard. I hope it was anyway. Or else, we still have more work to do. In any case, though, let's take his remains. What exactly are all of you? Guardians. Guardians? So, you're protective gods? That's why you're in the temples, but why are the protective gods? No, wait, are you listening to me? Hey! Wait!
Welcome back to 3DS Land. It is time for us to fight the updated version of Goht. As I mentioned in the N64 version of the battle, this one is the least changed of all the temple bosses, but it still has one major change that caused quite a negative stir in the community. And honestly, I don't really get it. But we'll go over it when it's time. The roar is a little more centralized rather than just being kind of all over the place in the N64 version, I guess. Boss is the same. You roll in Goron form to go after him. There's a small difference in that there are normal pots containing arrows throughout the entire runway this time, or the raceway, I guess. Dropping him from above, and that's an instant stun. Now we have a cutscene showing it, and yep, here's the change. You now have to take off the Goron mask and shoot the eye with the bow as Hylian Link. this is the change people aren't a fan of, because it's kind of a pace breaker to the rest of the fight. You know, you're rolling along as Goron Link all fast and fun, and then, suddenly, the game asks you to please take off the Goron mask and shoot an eyeball for a little while before you can get back to your fun. I get it, but it's really not that big a deal to me. I think he's stunned again. Oh, right. The Goron mask's curl is a toggle in this version. Alright, I might be getting him very soon. Actually, no, this is just a bow. One little nice thing about the eyeball weak points that I haven't been over, I'm stuck on this apparently, okay, I have no idea why I wasn't falling there, is that they actually kind of show the health of the boss in that they get bigger the more damaged they are. So you can kind of tell how much health the boss has left. Oh, also, even though I failed to dodge it there, that electric ball is so much easier to dodge in this version. Honestly, with the new Goron Link controls, and, you know, everything else feeling so smooth, like, I'm doing this no problem this time. I might prefer this version of the fight. Yes, it has this pace-breaking intermission moment, but, like, again, I don't think this is that big a deal. I honestly don't know why everyone hates it so much. I don't know why everyone's like, oh, the fight's ruined. Oh, it's so awful now. Why you just, like, pause for a second and shoot an eye? Is that really that bad? Oh my god, he is actually shitting out the bombs in this version. There is no, I don't know. I don't know what the word is right now. It's like midnight as I'm recording this. I'm all out of words for the day. Whatever. That's the fight now. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, I guess. Yeah. I still like it in this version. I might like it even more than in the N64 version with the new controls. So, yeah. Sorry, 3DS haters. I'm not with you on this one. I was with you on Odala, but I think the rest of the boss changes are actually pretty good. Alright, well, anyway, back to N64 version so we can see the results of our victory.
Spring has sprung within the realms of Snowhead. I guess you could call it Springhead now. Next time on The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, we explore our newly rescued region of the world. Thank you all for watching, if you did, and as always, I will see you all in the future.